Why is a smaller class size better? By Hannah Stanley. Small class sizes lead to more one-on-one attention from the teacher. With smaller class sizes, teachers can get to know each student as an individual, working with them to enhance their strengths and improve their weaknesses. Students get to know each other better. Instead of your student just being another face in a huge crowd, you'll be more likely to develop deep and lasting relationships with the other students around them. This also has academic benefit. Teachers can tailor instruction more individually. With fewer students, the top student and the bottom student in the class usually aren't quite so far apart, and the teacher can work with each of them to ensure that they're getting the instruction they need. There's less disruption. Even the simple act of allowing students to work together on an assignment can lead to chaos as 35 voices fill the air, and that's assuming the classroom doesn't come complete with a troublemaker or two. There's more time for instruction. The more the number of students in the classroom grows, the more time has to be used up each day on administrative tasks, taking attendance, passing out papers, grading. They're quieter. Even when everyone in the classroom is extremely well behaved, 30+ bodies in a classroom is noisy. For a student with attention issues, those small distractions can be the difference. What does the research say? Tennessee's Project STAR, a large longitudinal project involving students in kindergarten through 3rd grade, provided important information. It began as an experiment and continued as a lasting benefits study. Each school housed a small class of 13 to 17 students, and a regular class of 23 to 26 students, and a regular class with a full-time instructional aide. Students and teachers were assigned at random to the various classes. STAR showed clearly that small classes provided higher student outcomes. Variables coded into the STAR database included student ethnicity, gender, and socioeconomic status as determined by free and reduced lunch. When both white and non-white students began kindergarten in small classes, 87% of white and 86% of non-white first graders passed Tennessee's Basic Skills First Criterion Reference Test. When they began kindergarten in regular classes, 84% of white and 72% of non-white children passed, opening a large gap that had the possibility of becoming the futile, expensive target of equity projects. Robinson summarized the effects of class size. He said, "The research on class size effects rather consistently finds that students who are economically disadvantaged or from some ethnic minorities perform better in smaller classes." Looking at the first 2 years of STAR, they found that for all 5 measures, the advantage of being in a small class is greater for minority students than for whites. Minorities in small classes outperform their peers by an average of 16.7 points, more than twice the effect size for whites. Studies from Tennessee, Wisconsin, and elsewhere demonstrate that students who are assigned to smaller classes in grades K through 3rd do better in every way that can be measured. They score higher on tests, receive better grades, and exhibit improved attendance. Children from poor and minority backgrounds will experience twice the gains as the average student. Atlin Kruger estimated the achievement gap shrinks about 38.3%. In Nashville, only 16.7% of students who were in smaller classes in the early grades were held back through the 10th grade, compared to 43.5% through those in the regular class sizes. By 8th grade, students were significantly ahead of their regular class peers in all subjects. In conclusion, 88% of teachers and 85% of superintendents and principals agree if the public schools finally got more money and smaller classes, they could do a better job.
Created using Powtoon.